Hi, this is Jason Kubicki for Hot Hardware. Thanks for stopping by. This is Hot Hardware's first ever Apple review, and today we're going to take a look at the 13-inch MacBook Pro. Now this MacBook Pro is the same as all other MacBook Pros in Apple's lineup in that it has a unibody enclosure. It's carved out of a solid block of aluminum, so it is very strong and very rigid. This MacBook Pro also features a built-in iSight web camera, a 13-inch backlit LED screen with 60% more color gamut, so colors are going to look even richer on screen. It's got a backlit keyboard so you can type at night, and it's got a built-in SD card slot reader, which is a first for Apple. Apple's also boasting a 7-hour battery. Now it's an integrated battery, and the only way to have it changed is to bring it to an Apple store or authorized repair center, but Apple says it will last for 7 hours and many more years than a normal battery would. This, with a host of other upgrades and a price point of $11.99, makes this a very aggressive upgrade for Apple. Looks like a fast MacBook Pro? Let's take a look. So we'll start with a bird's eye view of the MacBook Pro. It's got a great design and it's beautiful. Let's break it down in detail. And we'll start off on the left-hand side of the MacBook Pro. At the top, we've got the power port for the MagSafe power adapter, an Ethernet port, which is a 10-100-1000 Ethernet port, a FireWire 800 port, a mini DVI port for an external monitor, two USB 2.0 ports, a built-in SD card slot reader, again that is a first for Apple, a headphone jack or audio output jack. Now this little button right here, if I push it, you'll see these LED lights light up on the side of the MacBook Pro. I'll darken the screen. Now you can see them. I'll press it again here. This gives us an indication of how much battery life we have left. I'll press it one more time. As you can see, we've got quite a lot of battery charge left. Great feature. Now let's take a look at the MagSafe power adapter. As you can see, it has a silver tip that is magnetized, and the opposite side of the magnet is on the MacBook Pro, so it attaches firmly like this. But it's not so firm that it won't pop off if someone trips over the cord. It also has an LED light that glows green or red. Green indicates a battery that's charged, red indicates the battery is being charged. Moving on to the right-hand side of the MacBook Pro, as you can see, it's pretty sparse with only a couple slots. Now what we have here is the slot for the built-in super drive, which is Apple terminology for an optical drive that will read and write both CDs and DVDs. And here we have the Kensington lock slot. If you want to secure the laptop from theft, this is the place to put your Kensington lock. Now I just wanted to give you a closer look at how the keypad protrudes from the frame of the MacBook Pro. Instead of keys being recessed, these stick out and make typing a little easier. We're going to go ahead and douse the lights. Okay, now you can see how the screen and keyboard react to the lack of light. The screen dims a little bit because it does not need to be as bright in the dark, and the keyboard backlights brighten to illuminate the keys. This is a great feature whenever using the laptop in the dark or in low light situations. And right up here at the top, you will see a tiny little lens. Right there. This is the built-in web camera that Apple calls an iSight. Alright, now we wanted to see how this laptop would handle a movie trailer in high def. This is a 1080p clipped stream from Apple.com.
Mr. Holmes, you must widen your gaze. You underestimate the gravity of coming events. Tomorrow, at midday, the world as you know it will end. Well,
Now we're not going to make you watch the whole clip. You get the idea. The Mac handles the 1080p high def movie clip with ease. Now this is the base machine for Apple. It's an Intel Core 2 Duo processor running at 2.26 GHz. The upgrade is at 2.53 GHz. And this model normally has 2 gigs of RAM. We upgraded it to 4 gigs of RAM, but it will go to 8 gigs of RAM. The MacBook Pros all have the NVIDIA GeForce 9400M integrated graphics processor, which provides a great graphics experience, and it's good for a bit of casual 3D gaming, but you're not going to run Crysis on this machine. Now here's the trackpad, and this is very cool. It's called the multi-touch trackpad, and you can double click or double touch anywhere on this trackpad. Double touch things like applications, folders, files. like so. Now the entire surface on this multi-touch trackpad is double clickable or double touchable. You can click or touch anywhere to open things. It is a great little trackpad. And I'll open this folder here. Now with 2 fingers, you can scroll up or down, and 2 again, left or right. And also if you click with 2 fingers, it gives you a right mouse click, which is really handy for users, especially users coming from the Windows platform. Now you can also do gestures on this trackpad, and you basically put your fingers together and you spread them apart, and if you had a photo or a document open, you actually zoom in on that photo or document. Now there's a lot of videos on Apple's website about this trackpad, so you can learn how to use it. Just go to apple.com and click on Mac at the top, and scroll to Mac there, hit MacBook Pro. That brings you to the MacBook Pro family webpage. Click Features, scroll down until you see the keyboard and the trackpad, and right there's a video, multi-touch trackpad. Now there are a ton of other videos on Apple's website to teach you how to use this MacBook Pro, along with other Apple products. Take a look. And finally, you'll see that the MacBook Pro ships in a very small carton. Apple has gone to great extremes to cut down on packaging. It's better for the planet, better for the environment. Thank you for watching this review of the 13-inch MacBook Pro. For more reviews and videos of your favorite Hot Hardware, be sure to stop by our site. Until then, I'm Jason Kubicki for Hot Hardware. Thanks for stopping by.